Hello, Aquarius. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. And today we're doing a coffee cup and card reading for the sign of Aquarius, collective reading, sun, rising, moon, Venus, cross-watching, whatever you're here for, we have it for you. All right, so we're going to be doing the coffee cup. And then we're going to be pulling some tarot. And then to close out your reading, we're going to pull a crystal card from my mini crystal deck to see what they have to say from the crystal realm. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subscribed and you like my style of reading, please consider doing so. It would help my channel to grow. All right, so we are going to face the camera down right away so you can see everything unfold as it happens. All right, here's your cup. And you can see where the grounds have kind of come out here. So it's almost like something is escaping, something is coming out. We'll see how the reading progresses and what the messages are. But it's almost like the feeling I'm getting is, woo, I avoided that, or I got out of that situation or that thing or that job or that whatever it was. I avoided something is what I'm feeling when I look at that. Okay. It almost looks like an arrow, right? Pointing out. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of liquid in this one. Okay, now sometimes it goes a little quiet because I read these intuitively. So I look at the cup and I see whatever images spirit shows me, and then I wait so I can hear the message of what it is they're trying to get through, to get out to all of you. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having a great season, whatever it is for you, summer or winter. Here's the overview. So that's similar. You see you have a big load of grounds all in one area. And then you have sort of this escape hatch going on here where it's kind of clear, right? Like a clear path, almost similar to what I was feeling when I looked at the cup on the plate about some sort of escaping doing. I don't know if there's something that you don't want to do or didn't want to do and somehow you got out of it. There was some way that you either were like, oh, well, I can't go because of this, or I can't do that because of it, or else somebody else volunteered to do it and you're like, phew, I don't have to do that. That's the feeling that I'm getting. So for some of you, I'm sure there was something that you didn't have to do that you thought you were going to have to do. Okay. So something about the ocean. So I'm seeing, this kind of reminds me of a seahorse, or I'm getting the feeling of a seahorse, fish swimming around over here. Something about the ocean, the sea. Maybe you live near the sea, or you've taken some people take like a boat out for a tour, whale watching, dolphin watching, fishing, something like that, something to do with the ocean or the sea. Of course, you're an Aquarius, and it always reminds me of the sea, of what, even though you're an air sign, for some reason, it just always reminds me of that, of water, of ocean, of waves, of Poseidon. I don't know why I feel that. Maybe some of you do. If you know why I feel that around Aquarius, let me know. Okay, so then when we're moving over, we're coming to that completely clear path, and that's strange, right? It's just like everything is completely clear. So I feel like, and if we look at it this way, it's almost like you had a big mountain to climb right here. You see, it almost looks like climbing gear, like a rope with a hook or a carabiner. And then you get up there and finally you can see clearly, you can go clearly, your path is kind of opened up. Yeah. So for some of you, it's going to be like you complete something, or it's behind you. I keep feeling and hearing like it's behind you. I don't know, whatever that is, and then you're able to move forward. Okay, let's see, Spirit. I see two people, and they're carrying in front of them, like their arms are in front of them. That's right here. And they're each carrying a basket containing different things. Now, this is weird. It's going to sound weird. I know, I have to give you what Spirit gives me. One basket has a snake. One basket has a butterfly. Snake, butterfly. So snakes are continuously shedding their skin, becoming a new snake, right? Growing and shedding their skin. A butterfly is about transformation, and you're the second sign that has butterflies in the cup. I don't remember what the other sign was, but the other sign had it all through the reading. So transformation, becoming something new, shedding the old. So it's almost like getting through shedding the skin and transforming, opening up this path for you. It's almost like, I hate to sound so cliche, but it's like an aha moment. It's like some realization that you have. And it's like what the visual I'm seeing is like of a person who has a really heavy cloak, and they just take it off and throw it to the side and take a deep breath in and open their arms. It's like, wow, okay, I'm all done with that. That was hard. And this could be so many different things. Maybe some of you have left a job that was really weighing you down. Maybe you've sold a house that was too big with a big mortgage, and you've moved on to something more affordable. I just feel like for some of you, a whole weight or burden has been lifted off. And it's like, because these things are being presented like in a basket to you, it's like, here you go, Aquarius. Time to shed your skin. Here you go. Time to fly away and become what you are meant to be. Wow, it's so different than, it's just different. Different. Okay, let's see. So then I see these three kind of paths going up. So the feeling is that there may be three choices that you have, three things you can do, three places you can go, three jobs you could get. There's the energy of three paths, three ways of going, three different directions. Okay, I would love for you to comment and let me know how this resonated for you. Now, I see a dice, the 5, okay, right here. It's clear right there. You can see there's the dice, a die with the number 5. 5s are about change. 5, the energy of 5. Yeah, 5s, it's change, or there may be 5. No, Spirit is saying no. It's about change. It's about the snake skin, the butterfly, the caterpillar that becomes a butterfly. It's about this opportunity that's presented to you that will change many things for you when you take the opportunity to throw that cloak off, to become what you feel you really want to become, and you choose the path that you want to go down. Job, place to live. Maybe you're going to move to a whole new country. I mean, it could be as big as that, or it could be selling your big home and living in a tiny house or an RV or something that's more affordable, and it just feels like freedom. Okay, let's move on. I don't want to perseverate on that. I think we've gotten that message across. Now what I see is somebody who's balancing right here. It's like what I'm seeing when I look at that, they're showing me, you know, those rock towers that I know they have a name, but I can't think of it right now, where it's a big rock on the bottom and they go up and up and up. There's stones that are kind of like this. And there's somebody standing on the top of that formation with one foot, and they're balanced. There is a card in the Wisdom of the Oracle that's like that, but I can't think of what it is. A leap of faith, I think, is what that card is called. So for some of you, it's going to feel like you're balancing yourself on the top of this stone formation, like you're ready, but you're not sure. It's like you're staying there balancing, and you want to do this thing, but you're kind of worried about it. We're going to have to see what the cards bring out as a message for that. More butterflies. Wow, right here. More butterflies here. Transforming. This is so similar to I wish I could remember what sign had that, but I just can't right now. Okay, let's see, Spirit. What else do we have in here? What else do we have? I'm hearing the words deep dive, deep dive. There may be something that you're researching. You want to take a deep dive on it. You really want to find out more. That's perfectly okay. We're back to the ocean scene now. I see a lobster in there. I see, it looks like a little submarine. Well, that would go along with deep dive, right? Like a little submarine. I see a fishing net. Something about the ocean, a deep dive. Maybe some of you are divers. That didn't really come to me immediately. Maybe some of you are going on a dive, or you haven't been, you want diving lessons. Something to do with diving, the ocean, submarine, deep dive. Now I see a fishing net. I saw the seahorse, the fish swimming, big, oceanic message there. All right, let's look at the bottom of the cup. We already said about the clear path, like you're climbing up this mountain, you've been doing all this heavy work, hard work, and then suddenly the path becomes clear to you. You feel like you've been going through the eye of a needle. It feels like you've been squeezed and you're kind of, I don't know how to explain what I'm getting, Spirit. You need to give me an example, something that people will understand, something. It's like, if you were under a heavy blanket, you're under this blanket, it's sort of weighing you down. You can't, and then when you throw the blanket off, you feel like a new person. You feel like you can breathe. I don't know what this heavy blanket is. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. And going through the eye of a needle is almost like when you make your soul small, you make your person small. It's like when I lived in Tennessee. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm a very spiritual person, and I lived in the Bible Belt, and it was very, very difficult for me to live there. I just felt like I couldn't be myself. I couldn't talk about my beliefs. It was very, very hard. All right, this is a very watery plate, so I don't know what's going to happen when we dump this. Okay. Here is your saucer. Very curvy, this circle, right? So sometimes that can mean that you've taken the long way around, almost like instead of going in a perfect sphere, you're kind of going all over the place. And maybe that's part of the seeing what the real path is, seeing what the clear path is. Okay. So there you go. And there's like a really small opening, and there's a bigger opening. That could be about your choice of what you do, right? You can stay small, or you can open up to be the person that you were meant to be. This almost looks like a heart shape, right? It also looks like two joined spheres, if you can see that. I don't know how well the camera picks that stuff up. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they're giving me, it's like if this is you and you feel this big opening, sorry, like you're here in the middle of this huge opening, and it just feels like you can breathe. I don't know why I keep hearing those words. You feel like you can breathe. You've gotten out from under something, and I feel joy. I feel like a huge intake of breath. I feel my arms going up to the sky. It's like you feel like you've had this victory, this epiphany, this, I don't know how to explain it other than the feeling that I'm getting of, wow, I never knew that things could be this easy. Thank you, Spirit. I never knew things could be this easy. Well, that's fantastic, Aquarius. I hope you will comment and let me know how this resonated for you. What is it that happened that gave you this throwing off the cloak, throwing off the blanket, shedding the skin, becoming the butterfly, that new choice that you make that you feel so good? Yeah, so I'm feeling like now I'm looking at it this way. I'm like, oh, it almost looks like Earth, right? With the land and the water. Not that I'm big, I'm very geographically challenged. And it's like things are just opening up. You're realizing that there are so many more things that you can do, so many more places you can go, so many more people you can connect with. Gosh, I'd love to know what this is. Yeah. I'm not feeling a lot more. I just feel like this throwing, oh my gosh, I see a perfect black cat right there. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Right when I was about to see, you can even see the eyes. Oh, now right there, look at that. Black cat, like my Frankie Poo. Yeah, I see a black cat. I don't know if that means anything to you. If some of you have a black cat that's crossed, maybe they're trying to come through to say, we see you, we see your progress. A lot of times when animals come through, and this load of coffee cups hasn't been, a lot of times it's animals all over. This is, I think, the first like domesticated one, like dog or cat that I've seen. Or if you have a black cat as a pet, they're just letting you know, I see you, because the eyes are so prominent. Oh my goodness, Aquarius. Well, that was interesting. That's, I can't say that I've ever had a reading quite like that before. The snake, the butterflies, the wide open spaces, the choices, all coming in. Okay, now we're going to see what the tarot portion of your reading has for you. All right, what are we going to add to the Aquarius coffee cup spirit? Well, I hope that whatever it is that you are letting go, oh, Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. This has to do with material things, the physical life, right? Home, car, job, money, savings, investments. Oh my goodness. And the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, Aquarius. Okay. Maybe the opening is some sort of money situation. Maybe you win. Now, I'm not telling anybody to scratch anything off, and I hope you haven't had a loved one pass, but it could be an inheritance. It could be a scratch ticket. Oh, the Ten of Cups. You have the Ten of Pentacles followed by the Ten of Cups. Definitely, Aquarius, something is opening up for you, bringing a lot of joy, and I'm getting goosebumps all over as I say that. Something to do with your material. Remember how we were saying it could be a new job, a new place to live, some bills that you've paid off, some financial freedom, something that where you just feel like you can breathe. Now, I know for me, and the sun, oh my goodness. You know, if I were to be able to, if my husband and I were to be able to, speak, Lisa, pay off every bill we have, it would be life-changing. It would be wide open feeling of, yeah, maybe for some of you it's that. I'm sure I know this isn't going to be true for everyone because it's a collective. So the Page of Pentacles comes out. Pages are new or novices at something. He's very proud of his pentacle here. He's ready to take off and do what he needs to do. Beautiful peacock, right? And a lot of times this is childlike innocence, but it's also pages are messengers. And I feel more strongly like this message coming through about you getting to this freedom feeling, this, I mean, and maybe it's not 100%. Like, if you have, I don't know, let's just say you have $10,000 in debt and you're able to pay down 5,000 of that, that is a good feeling. That is a victory. That is, like my husband is the spender in this relationship and I'm the saver. And if we were to win money, I would immediately say, we're paying bills off. And he would be like, let's go buy a new truck. So, it's just, you have to figure out what's the right thing for you. And boom, you have the Six of Pentacles. This is kind of about that, right? So sixes are harmony. He's weighing up all of his money, his time, his energy, I forgot to mention that Pentacles is also your time and energy, what you spend on things in the physical world, where you spend your time, who you spend it with. So this person thinks, okay, everything is equal. I'm paying this one. I'm paying that one. I'm saving, this is going here. But what's actually happening is they're all falling between, they're not going where he thinks they are. Okay. So many times when this card comes up, I say you need to check your 401k. You need to check your subscriptions. You need to check whatever automatic payments you have. You need to check in with that. Be sure that your money is going where you want it to go. If you give to a charity, be sure that your money actually goes to the charity and not the administration fees, right? If you do get a windfall of money, be very careful about what you do with it, right? Because, well, if you do get a big inheritance or win the lottery, everyone comes out of the woodwork and wants their piece. And when you think you're doing good, it's like, I feel bad for anyone who's homeless, obviously, but it's like if you give a homeless person a $20 bill, but they're an addict, that money isn't doing anything for them except getting their next high. I'm just giving you an example. That's the example that came to me, right? Sometimes it's the person who gives the money. They feel good about themselves. They're not thinking about what's going to happen. Whereas, possibly giving them, a sandwich or a meal might be better for their soul than giving them money. Okay, I don't know why. Somebody needs to hear that. I don't know. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is abundance, wealth. It's money in savings. So you see the chest there has all this money in it. So this could be inside your 401k, in your savings account, right? In your checking account. This is the part that you spend, right? So it's balanced. I can't believe the three first cards that came out and are this. Page of Pentacles, messenger about the material things, a novice at maybe being debt free. The Six of Pentacles, right? Making sure that your money and time and energy is going in the right places. I talked a lot about the money part of it, but it's also your time and effort. Are you spending too much time with a needy person? Often that's where, as empaths, right? We think we can save everybody and help everybody and make their lives better, and we actually deplete ourselves. So some of you may need to balance that out, Aquarius. If there's somebody, I think you had this in the last reading or the one before. And then you have that Ten of Pentacles, right? Making sure that you're balancing how much you keep for yourself and how much you spend. Holy smokes. All right. Wowzers. So the Ten of Pentacles is followed by the Ten of Cups. Cups are emotion. Tens are completing a cycle and starting something new. Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. So financial, material, and emotional, loving, nurturing. Two tens. So something new, right? You're wrapping something up. It could be paying off bills. It could be, whatever. It could be any of those things. But then you get to this really good feeling. Fantastic friendship. In this beautiful place, this good feeling. I'm getting that same feeling about breathing in the fresh air, about feeling so good about where you are, about a weight being lifted. Just the same feeling is coming when I look at this card. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. I feel like this is the happiest card in the deck. But following this, you have the Sun. The sun is being content with what you have, even if it isn't 100% what you want. Like when I said you have $10,000 in debt and you're able to pay off 5,000, not being discouraged, being happy, right, about that. Well, maybe you didn't get to pay it all off, but you got to pay 50% of it off. So that's a good feeling. So the sun is happiness. It often is depicted as a child riding a horse, right? You're very happy. You're extremely happy. Things have worked out, right? You've gotten your dreams have come true. But it's also about contentment, not longing for that other $5,000 so you could pay off that, but being grateful for what you do have, right? Sometimes we forget to be grateful, and I know firsthand what can happen. You know, when I lived in a trailer, I didn't like it. I grew up thinking that living in a trailer was bad and for poor people and whatnot. And I had to live in a trailer after I got divorced. Okay. And so, and I always just, I complained about it all the time. Well, what happened after that? When we moved, we ended up having to live in somebody's garage. Oh my God, true story, right? And I immediately knew, like, I was really depressed for a couple weeks. And then I was like, you know what? You never should have complained about that trailer, which was safe, secure, warm, and all that. And this is what you get for it. You weren't grateful for what you had. Now you have less. Okay. I don't know who needed to hear that, but then you have this Knight of Wands. Moving forward, this is the fastest moving knight in the deck. This is about action and passion. So once you get through all of this, remember you have the 210, so some new thing is going to happen. You're happy, you're content, you're moving on to the next thing. You're making a choice. Remember how your cup said there are going to be 3 ways that you can go. 3 paths, 3 homes, 3 different homes you could buy, 3 different jobs you could take, 3 different businesses you could open or support or whatever. But you move on. You charge ahead, right? With your wand lit, with your passion for whatever it is that you're going to do, Aquarius. Wow. I mean, this is, oh, that's why I was like, why is that there? Because I put it back in the wrong spot. Look at this. Everything to do with the physical up here, right? Money, time, energy, effort. And then you have this beautiful 10 of Cups and Sun card. It's like, woohoo, I'm there. All of these cards mirror what came through in your cup. And you're going to be able to do something that you're really passionate about is what I'm feeling. Remember, this is collective, so take what resonates for you. But for some of you, you're going to get through this and you're going to either have things paid off or get into a different space where you feel like you can breathe. You're going to feel extremely happy and grateful, and then you're going to move on to do something you've been passionate about. It's like if my husband and I were to come into some money or get our bills paid off, I wouldn't have to work outside the home and I could do all of this full time. That would be my passionate dream, right? Okay. Wowzers. All right. Well, let's see what the crystal card is for you, my beautiful Aquarians. All right. All right. This is why I can't do coffee cups all the time, because they take a lot more time to do. All right. I was shuffling this and they keep throwing out 3 cards. Spirit, can we have the one card for the Aquarians, the one most important message card for the Aquarians, please, from this crystal deck? What is the one card? Okay, they're not going to do it. They keep giving 2, so I can't keep fighting it, I guess. Look at that. A black stone and a white stone. Black and white. Balance, duality, opposites. Okay, so let's see. Oh my gosh. All right, so the black stone is Pneumite, strength. I am strong in mind, body, and spirit. I am strong in mind, body, and spirit. And this is what that looks like. Almost looks like a galaxy, right? It's hard. The camera doesn't want to focus on it. And look at the white one. Ancient wisdom crystal. Ancient wisdom. I am an expression of the powerful ancient wisdom of my soul. It guides me through life. Guys, wow. Strength and ancient wisdom, Aquarius. I am strong in mind, body, and spirit. I am an expression of the powerful, ancient wisdom of my soul. It guides me through life. Wow. Okay. Something is coming, Aquarius, where you are going to throw that cloak off, and I would love to hear about it. Until next time, peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.